Hi everyone, it's week 26 weekly update. So we're looking at pretty much our last trading week. We're going, well, it is our last trading week of 2023-24. So we're now right in the throes of our listing drive, which is pretty exciting for July. And in actual fact, we've got stock going right through to our December auctions, our Christmas auction and our international auction, which we'll talk about in later videos. But some exciting stuff happening, and possibly a redirection where we were talking about Queensland. We've been talking about Queensland for the last couple of weeks, adding it to our residential in New South Wales and farm growth, selling farms under our stock and station. It did look promising, but in looking at it more thoroughly, we've decided to put that on hold, Queensland on hold. The property or client that we're looking at, unfortunately, could not give us, as I say, week in, week out, give us the figures, the trading figures of the property, when it was trading, when they purchased it. And it does look like the book value of the freehold is almost twice the value of what it was worth when they purchased it in 2017. So all those things taken into consideration, we did have the possibility of clustering a couple of properties and having a 2 or 3 properties in that region, but we've decided against it. It really has taken us off focus, and unfortunately that client wasn't being honest with us, putting our license at risk. Book value, when a company buys a property, asset strips it, takes away the chattels that are required for that property to be sold, and no longer, whereas now it's at the end of its economic life, believe it or not, because all the specialist equipment is gone, they've sold it, they've taken those assets out, and now they still want the premium price, and ridiculously, when they purchased it, they spread the amount over the freehold that was double the price. I can't believe they got away with it. It's really quite illegal to do it. You're dicing with the ATO, you're not paying your withholding tax, a whole number of issues. And it was interesting that the MFO didn't come back after they approached us to get involved. We certainly weren't looking for properties above Rockhampton. But anyway, moving right along, we're busy enough, and we'll look at Queensland. It did force me to look at my Queensland licence again, which is a little bit tidier. You don't need a separate stock and station to be able to sell farms. It's just that it's just spreading us too thin at this point in time. And saying that, we are interviewing at the moment. Got a couple of fantastic prospects bringing on board, totally different to me, different set of skills, which is what I like to hire. Bring people in that in facets of the industry I don't know anything about, and we build our team around. I've built my teams around that sort of philosophy, and it always works. So that part, very excited. That the corporates are ex-corporate employees are looking to diversify into a more meaningful employment, which is great. So rocketing right along, we are looking at Riverina Residential, and that'll be a lot more active as we start listing for the new financial year. Held it off. We wanted to keep a clean keep it clean between the two. So come 1st of July, we'll be listing in the Riverina and the residential market and lifestyle blocks, so that we've just got so many buyers in Sydney that will come and pay for and buy these properties. They just don't know where the Riverina is in Sydney. You know, they don't get out to Young or Cootamundra, Junee, Temora. They don't come into this network or Wagga. So we'll be taking the properties to them directly. We won't be using or waiting for websites, for the inquiry to come off the websites, because quite simply they do not think of looking or Googling Cootamundra or Googling Junee. We'll be taking the properties to them and saying, look at this property. It's a quarter of the price of a property in Sydney, and this is what you can live in and work 5 minutes from home. Have wonderful sports grounds and kids riding bikes in the street. All those sorts of lifestyle choices. It won't take much to sell your property to those people, and of course they have a larger disposable income to be able to service mortgages. So that part's pretty exciting. We will be looking at the farms stocking station later on, when I don't have a specific date in mind. We do have a couple of properties coming up, so when that stocking station comes through, we'll let everybody know that we're underway. Marketing. Our I think we're at 5.2 million views at the moment on Google. Our social media is going ballistic, and when we target, we're targeting quite neatly at the moment, getting great responses. So all in all, our social media is working really well. Local, we will get back to banners on properties, and just normal sales activity, which you just can't go away from. But all very exciting stuff. Moving forward, we are looking at what are we after this? Our campaigns are starting on the 6th, well, Friday the 5th of July. It's a pretty famous day, the 5th of July. So we'll be starting all our campaigns on the 5th. We'll be, as they come through, obviously we want our contracts, we want our certified accounts, all in order, so that come day one, which will be the 5th of February, the buyers get what they want straight away, so they can go away and get their finance sorted and come in and bid and buy on the 26th. Now, settlement date, we'll just move forward to settlement date is the Monday the 26th of August, funnily enough. That's 30 days. So it won't be a Friday, it'll be Monday the 26th. Or if your solicitor can't get their act together on that 26th, it'll be Friday the 30th of August. So one or two of those dates. We'll be aiming at Monday. In 35 plus years, I don't see why a solicitor can't work on a Monday like the rest of us. But should they not be able to get their act together, it'll be the 30th, Friday the 30th of August, which isn't that far away. If you're looking at selling and you're going to be settling and out of the business come 1st of September, how exciting would that be to know that you've got a deadline to work to, you're not going to be on the market for the next 18 months or 12 months, you're coming with us to auction, we're going to get you the buyers, and they're going to be bidding at the auction, and then the only thing that stops us from selling under the hammer is an unrealistic reserve. I was told that probably 40 years ago by my uncle and and trainers for the last 35 years, and it's just a number of I've been so lucky to have the best auctioneer in Australia, livestock and Australasia, the Missouri Auction School training, and it all comes back to we can do all the activity, and one of my trainers I got to and highlighted that we did all the marketing, all the hard work, got the buyers to the auctions, and unrealistic reserves stopped us selling a few properties last year, and unfortunately those buyers have gone and bought something else, and the buyers aren't at the level that we get at auction. So that activity, the quality of the buyer is so different when they're not cashed up, when they're not buying cash unconditional. So it's a different kettle of fish. Anyway, moving, what sort of stock do we want? We want it all. Right from 500,000 up to 50 million. We've got buyers across the market. We've got, our buyers are coming out of Shanghai again, out of China. We're even looking at Singapore again, Hong Kong. The buyers are coming in and looking at our stock, which is great, and I can monitor that on the on our socials. So give us a call, Brian, 040 297 0217, 045 721 7925, Brian at brianmcmanusrealestate.com, and we'll get out there. Unfortunately, Queenslanders can't help you at this stage. It was unfortunate that the client that approached us early this week fell through, or simply wouldn't give us the facts and figures we needed to legally sell a property and then get our license, put our application in so that we could trade up there. So we won't be in Queensland this year. Not this year, we will be there this year, but just not first week of July. But everybody else, we're moving forward, so give us a call. We can get those appraisals done. We can get the pre-list kits out to you and your solicitor, so that we can get those contracts underway. You get those listing forms back to us, and we're at 100 miles an hour to get you sold on the 26th of July. Exciting stuff. Give us a call, give us an email. Are on the road. Both of those numbers, one's an Optus, one's a Telstra. You'll get one of us, hopefully. If not, leave a message or text us or email, and we'll come straight back to you. Have a wonderful week 26 it is, and it's our final week of 23-24. We move on to 24-25 next Monday. Thanks very much, and we'll see you next week.